Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at from the Transformers Earthspark line. This is Warrior Class Terran Jawbreaker. Now, Jawbreaker is a new figure. It's part of like the next wave of the Warrior figures, which is including a repaint of the Cyberverse Warrior Class Starscream figure that looks really, really good. But that's a really, really average figure. Now apparently this figure is a bit of a spoiler as of this recording, at least last time I checked, um, the character Jawbreaker had not picked its um, alternate mode, and this kind of reveals that it's a Dino don't know what it is, Asaurus. Um, and so yeah, that was a little bit of controversy, but unfortunately, toys have got to be released. It is very nice. I like the orange. I know a lot of people like orange, so that's kind of cool. And what's cool is you got these little ball joints with the dinosaur arms. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to have a new generation of Dinobots in Earthspark. And seeing that it's a Terran, I can see that the parents of the human characters in the show really have been failing at, keeping their kids in line. I got this figure from Collecticon Toys. That's where they have it. They have it in stock now. You can also find some sellers on eBay with it, but they kind of charge a little bit of a premium on it. Other than that, besides the arms, you do have movement here. The hips are locked into place. We'll get into that with the transformation, but you do have the robot elbows that can be used as, a point of articulation, and you can have some fun with it. Also, just the way the tail transforms, there is a little bit of waggle. So, that's about it for the vehicle mode. Let's just get right into the transformation, shall we? The first thing you want to do is come along the back here, and let's flip out this whole back panel. Excuse me, this will be the legs. Separate it with it slightly bent. That's just because you need the clearance for to be able to fold up the tail, which is on this side, and you can straighten the legs out. And then what you're going to do is you'll fold up the uh, back panels here. These will form some really nice heels. And here's a nice little touch. You notice there's a slot there. That's for the tail to fit in and go through. So there's the figure standing. Let's go ahead and bring the dinosaur head back. At this point, we can fold the dinosaur limbs over the shoulders and rotate the robot head around. The next step is we want to rotate the armpit joints here up into position, and there's a little nubbin right there that's going to fit into the elbow of the dinosaur robot, the dinosaur elbow. So just like that. So that'll help, and these kind of friction into place. And then what you want to do is bring the arms out to the side. There's a post, and then there's a hole that they peg into, and then rotate the arm around at the elbow. Do it again on this side, and that'll free up the arms. You can't, you can keep them out to the side. Just be aware of that post so you don't peg them in. And there's Jawbreaker in its robot mode. Kind of have a little bit of a case of gorilla arms here, but not too bad. You have knees, ball jointed hips, ball jointed elbows, ball jointed shoulders. So you do have some nice articulation. I believe, is the head on the ball joint? No, it's the head just swivels. No waist joint, but I think that's due to the nature of the transformation. Everything closing up back there. Um, as with all warrior figures in the Earthspark line, there is a weapon gimmick, which, unlike Cyberverse, isn't spring-loaded or tied to transformation, so it doesn't really affect the articulation of the figure. What you want to do is come into the panel here on the side of the arm, flip this out, make sure that silver barrel snaps into place, and then rotate the forearm, and there you go. You have a little handheld blaster, just like that. Kind of disappointing that if you look now, you can see that while that blaster, that claw, that section right there is painted for the right arm. On the left arm, it's just left bare orange plastic. I mean, that could be the way it looks in the cartoon. I don't know. So I really haven't had a chance to catch up with Earthspark, but um, it is what it is. This is a budget-friendly line, and then of course you can go ahead and fold the weapon back up, just like so. There's a little close-up of the head. Kind of fun. Transformation is fairly simple, so I kind of dig that. So how about we pause, and we will come back with my final thought. I like Jawbreaker. I find it to be a fun figure. Um, Once again, the weapon gimmick is really not intrusive. It doesn't get in the way of anything. Um, so I mean, really doesn't. Compared to say a Lethal One or even the Optimus Prime figure, I mean, it's barely noticeable. And I and even the first time I did it, I was having a hard time finding the panel because it's so well hidden. So that is nice, and I think it's a great step up from the Cyberverse figures, where you had some really fun figures there that were crippled by their weapon gimmicks that limited articulation or just limited the design of the figure. Now, as I said in the beginning, I got this from Collecticon Toys. And it appears that, the Terrans are very popular from Earthspark. I know a lot of people are looking forward to this figure. So, um, I'm glad it's like a new generation of Transformers that are going to become in a few years, probably part of the generation line as those fans grow up. But you can find it at Collecticon Toys now. Um, this was found in Walmart, so it is showing up on eBay, but on eBay, you're going to pay a bit more of a premium, than say Collecticon Toys. No idea when this will show up at more mainline retail establishments like Target, Walmart, or even Amazon, since the kid-friendly line like Earthspark doesn't go up for pre-order, and there is no major announcements of release. So just keep an eye out. If you happen to know Jawbreaker's code name, try to search for that because that's how a lot of times these figures will show up, just because people forget to switch over to their established names. Um, but once again, this is your old pal Chuck. If you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe. It helps with the algorithms from YouTube and to promote my channel. I also have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/chuckdog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month, $12 a year. No thrills, no tears, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help you, help me to help you bring figures like Jawbreaker to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. But as I always say, if you can't afford the $1 a month, $12 a year, your views are more than thanks enough. Patreon is just a cherry on top of an already generous sundae. Once again, for Jawbreaker, this is your old pal Chuck, and we will see you next time.